Are you upset?
About what?
About how you dragged me into your plan? Or the things you're still not telling me?
I mean, honestly, I think it's fine.
My.
I get it.
Oh,
It's
sorry. Call it a teacher trying to keep on her mask? You're still my student on paper after all.
It sounds like you're saying I can just sit back and enjoy the show.
That's not something you get to do every day,
Is this
is it?
Wait, is this what I think it's gonna be? Please tell me it is. I just had a thought. Is it what I think it is? Please.
I didn't expect there to be a place like this beneath Rebel College.
Before Sundermere Base was built, this was a research facility for augmented resonance effects and void storm countermeasures. It's been decommissioned for years. The executive committee told me I could do whatever I wanted with the space. So I used my forte to do some light remodeling. Memories of my students that should exist only in my mind. Here, they become real. A tangible piece to display. We still have some time. If you're interested, feel free to look around.
You're using your forte to do all this? How long did it take you to create this?
However long it took, it was worth it. So the ones who stay don't just stay, and the ones who leave don't just leave.
Alright, I have a hunch of what's down here. Please be it. Come on.
The exhibits we're looking for are here.
I don't know. This could be it though.
Behind the wall?
Don't forget, this is my memory palace. Naturally, memory locks require memory keys to unlock. Allow me to demonstrate. This fancy trick only works in this little domain of mine.
Just gonna open it with her camera. I see. Whoa, so cool. What the heck? Yo, so cool. Look, that thing got like sliced in half. Love the attention to detail.
What is it?
This is the very reason I built this exhibition hall in the first place. Professor, do you trust me?
Lucilla? You spaced out there. Are you all right?
Was it her past self?
I'm fine. Just had a dream that only lasted a few seconds. Rather fascinating.
Maybe it's a good idea to rest before the review starts.
Never. 3 hours? Nope, can't do it.
Don't worry. I promise you I'll crash the second this is over. But right now, we must bring these exhibits with us.
Oh, these are our proofs.
Will a few exhibits be enough to sway them? She usually knows exactly how to sell anything. So why does she look so hesitant now?
Thank you for your trust. I know you have 1,000 questions burning in your mind. How will she handle the new Fed? What's her plan for the Synchronist with the Exostrider gone? Forgive me for not having the answers just yet.
I know you'd never harm the students. That's the only answer I need.
Agreed.
Terrible timing for a compliment, Rover.
Uh-oh. She gonna contradict that now?
Anyway, let's take these two exhibits and... See you soon, Professor.
Uh-oh. What the heck?
Some kind of force pulled us down here. Do you know where we are?
If my memory serves, we're directly beneath the exhibition hall. This way.
Alright, my big theory, it's not happened, apparently. I was hoping that, because we were going down that elevator shaft, I was like, oh my gosh, she built another Exostrider. Sorry, that was my mecha brain, because you know, and every single mecha anime, they always have that elevator scene where they go down a big giant elevator shaft, and then when they get out, it's just there's a big ass giant mecha right in front of them. So I really thought we were gonna go there. I think that would have been really cool, but at the same time, I don't know how they build it in secret because it's so big. I mean, maybe it doesn't even have to be that big. But yeah, I'm guessing that's not the case, but man, one could hope. One could hope. So, something with her past, I'm assuming, because we saw her as a child. She did say, I believe, that she did struggle a long time ago with her.
Was this the prototype?
Powder.
It looks the part, but this was actually our plan B. Designed without safety limiters to get sync rates up quick. Let's a Synchronist pilot the Exostrider by force.
Ooh. So basically what IMF did on the other one, but broke it and did all the way.
I know. It was meant as a last resort if civilization was staring down extinction. The project was terminated after the initial trials. The Synchronists who volunteered. In the end, they lost their ability to resonate with the Exostrider ever again.
Oh no.
What our students are facing now isn't new.
Is she one of them?
I just hope I can do better by them this time.
She was a Synchronist too, I believe.
Any idea how we find our way out of here? What's happening?
Something rather unpleasant, I imagine.
Oh my god. She's smiling.
Lucilla.
Uh-oh.
Fine, no more jokes. Honestly, anyone watching would think you're the one facing the board. There, I know the way out. Remember what I told you before entering the dark side? About the memories I erase periodically that can never be recovered?
Yep.
Some things I can't bear to remember, but I also can't bear to forget. So I store them here. Looks like some of them are tired of being locked up. Rover, look up. The exit is right above. We can use this key to leave, but I need your help to get there.
Okay.
Everything here is from my memory, but I know you are real. And wherever you are, that must be reality.
I understand. I'll be your reference point. But what about that girl? Are we just leaving her?
Uh-oh.
Rover, Do you have any experience dealing with children?
Yeah.
Tell me,
Yeah.
what makes a child the most flustered when they're playing hide and seek?
Ah, I see.
Not going to
Now
find
come
them.
along. Let's treat this little escape as a warm-up for the review.
You don't acknowledge them, and you just move on.
Welcome to the Anti-Void Matter Materials Lab. It's where they first developed the materials for the Academy's anti-void canopy.
What's all of that in the center of the room?
The scrap of the day. Even the best recycling can only keep up with so much. Let's look around to see if there are any leads.
Ah, there we go. I was like, hello? Oh. Okay. Guess number 3. That looks dangerous.
I have the photo. Now where is the right spot to project it?
Alright, let's see if we can do this without scuffing. Okay.
Time for class. Come on, get in the shot. Perfect lighting.
We're students of this vegetation. We're students of nature. This is such an interesting direction. I didn't expect this little. We'll see. Makes me wonder. Turn them all into photos. Easy peasy.
Is this artificial retroact rain?
Oh, dear me, this is but a pale imitation. Among the Synchronists who survived the experiments, there was one from Jinzhou. Once he realized he'd never resonate with the Exostrider, he returned home and joined the Ministry of Development's Defense Division. There, he and his colleagues worked together to develop Jinzhou's retroact rain defenses.
You're saying the shields against retroact rain and void storms share the same origin?
Not exactly. His approach didn't work on void storms at all, and it was discarded long ago. Before he left the Academy, the only things he asked to take with him were a few sheets of material buried under that pile of junk. I often wonder, was he just reluctant to let go of his design? Or had he already mapped out how to protect his hometown?
The girl who trapped us here? She must be trying to show us something through this memory.
Seems I've been getting schooled by my own students a lot lately.
Not intentionally.
Let's go. It's time to move on to the next classroom.
We're gonna take that? Yes, we are. I love the imagery.
Do you want to stop and take a rest?
Not even close.
Hopefully I didn't miss anything in the other room. Kind of interesting how they made that an entire room. Makes me wonder if I missed something. I probably did. Oh well.
What's wrong?
Stay where I can see you, Rover. We've wandered into an unpleasant memory. It's far too easy to get lost in here.
It doesn't look like there's a way to cross the barrier ahead.
I have an idea. Rover, just go with me on this, all right? Rover, can you step a little to the side?
Okay, this is what she wants us to do? That's kind of interesting. Sure.
Like this?
Perhaps a step forward.
Or remodeling?
Maybe a step back.
Oh, what's of our facial expression?
All right, this is the last one. Let's see that beautiful smile.
All right, we smile.
Has anyone ever told you that you're not the most photogenic?
They have now.
No more teasing. This shot will have to suffice.
Are we gonna override it with the one we just did? Wait, what? The console room, follow my instruction to disable the security system. First, initiate emergency mode. Type in this, then select lift restrictions, and you're good to go. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't realize. I thought I have a chance to. I thought. Wait. No! Are these all the same? Oh my no. Oh no, oh no. Middle. Let's go! That was a pure guess. Oh. Alrighty, well that worked out. I honestly did not remember. I thought I was gonna get another chance to look at it.
Clear as day, madam. Your daughter isn't sick. She has awakened her 40.
Nonsense. My Lucy will never become a resonator.
Uh-oh. Her background. More of her background. I mean, based on that photo with that lady...
Come on, get the shot.
Is she a first generation?
I don't want to be a resonator. Please, no.
Uh-oh.
Lucy.
Memories take shape. Look at the camera. Smile.
Lucilla? Not good. Without a reference point, she's getting pulled into the deep end of her memories. I need to find her before too much time passes.
Uh-oh. Oh, wasn't expecting this. No. Test results show the task marks located on your other right clef. According to the patient family, she awakened to her forte at her birthday party after receiving a camera as a gift. Okay. Subject's rebel curve shows fluctuations. The subject shows no risk and no history of overclocking, but exhibits long and short-term memory impairments common to memory-type resonators. Observation in the hospital is recommended. Uh-oh. Keep this photo I'm sending over. Find a suitable place, you know what to do. Keep your wits about you. Okay. What the heck? We have to manually screenshot? Love it. That's a very interesting way of doing it. So, whoa, what the heck? Yo, whoa. Oh my god, it's so cool. I know the game it's inspired from, by the way. I forgot what it's called, though. I know there's a game that deals with that kind of cool reality, quote unquote. I love the inspiration. I guess we gotta pick it up, Rover. Oh, okay, guess not.
Are you still there, Lucilla?
Oh, she's talking to her parents?
Yes.
Or family? When we...
Then why aren't you answering?
What do you want me to say?
Well, you could say okay, or I understand. This is the perfect moment. While our opponents are spread too thin, we take the reins. Just like the time you became president. Don't worry about the narrative. We'll play the villain. You just act tough, rope the independent auditor in, and we'll force another round of review. You fight hard. We express our concerns, and then we both take a step back. As long as we ensure our control over the future of the Synchronist program, nothing else matters.
I see. Her family wants to pull the strings.
And what do you want from my students?
Simple. We both get what we want. They have talent, and we help them achieve their dreams. And it'll be their choice.
Basically, we're gonna use them, essentially.
Their choice. Whose dreams are we really achieving?
Yeah, agreed.
It will be their choice, Lucilla. My Lucy, I won't speak of your past choices. But tell me, has there been a single choice that wasn't your own?
There is now. What we're doing.
I still refuse.
There. Just like that. Act tough, fight hard, and then we both take a step back at the review.
From the Academy to the Pioneer Association, then to the Space Trick Collective, and now here. No wonder I was never cut out to be president.
Oh. Is this how she became president somehow?
Watch out. That's me from the dark side. I use this memory to trap her.
Oh no.
When are you going to tell her, Professor Lucilla? President Lucilla? That you've already made a deal with the new Federation? Let's go. You think you can outrun yourself, Lucilla?
Oh. So basically, like she's been saying, there's a lot of politics. I'm guessing her family also wants a slice of that pie, quote unquote. You know, it's so hard, but again, you don't trust the family, you trust the individual of the family. I think that speaks louder than words, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but honestly, I have to go with this one. I really do.
Before the meeting starts, I need you to take the time to fill me in on what's really happening.
Thank you. I promise I'd never let the new Federation lay a single finger on my students. But That's just her wishful thinking. A moth to the flame, daring the sky with wings of wax. Your students will die because of you.
Pretty extreme. I don't know.
Let's leave this place, Rover.
You could have erased this memory. Why keep something so dangerous locked away?
To keep the sting fresh. A sharp reminder of the cost of slipping up if I ever get too comfortable in the Academy's peace.
I don't know if that's a really good idea. Kind of self-punishment on yourself. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what she plans to do. I mean,
Let it go, Lucilla. Face what you know is reality.
must have missed a clue, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out, and I don't know, who knows. Uh-oh. She blocked our escape. What the heck?
Once again, I found the courage to step into this room. Time flows here, silent and peaceful. The Academy is alive and thriving. We've come so much further than I ever dreamed. I wish you were here to see it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Transfer notice. President Lucillia, after board deliberation, your request to resign from the Academy has been denied. We understand that you're going through a difficult time, but the student needs you. We need you. Is that how it works? Can they deny? Honestly, I never really thought of it, but because obviously I think the most common thing is that the directors or the people behind the scenes ask the person to resign, but can they deny a person from transferring? I don't know. I guess I never really thought of it that way, but I don't think it would surprise me if they could. No, we're just getting pictures of the dorms. Considering the impact of the accident, the board has decided to raise confidentiality level of this project. The investigation results will not be made public. Additionally, all ongoing and previously reported projects must undergo a second review by a Spake-Track Collective expert panel.
The accident report is indisputable. Cable insulation failure leading to flight control abnormality. But the truth is simpler. I approved the plan. I killed her.
Oh no. So does she blame herself for a project that failed? I don't know. So much speculation. That's how I'm actually really into this though. What's going on? So what if I never become a synchronist? I'll find my own way to the sky. See you soon, Professor.
I wrestled with it for so long. What's a teacher supposed to do when a student dreams something so brilliantly insane? But she chose the sky. And I thought, at least let her have one chance to fall. Time for class. Perfect lighting.
Oh, we're back here. I don't know where we're going with this. I'm still clueless. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know what to expect. An accident? She tried to resign because of the accident?
Is that Sundamir? Are we back before the Lahai-Roi was even built?
Most of the students who lost their synchronist status in those forced sync trials decided to return home. All but one. She told me it wasn't that she'd lost the Exostrider. The Exostrider had lost her. She said she designed a revolutionary transport method. A rocket piercing the sky. A way to bridge that sky and the Earth. This was the day she tested it. Her first crewed flight.
Then that wasn't a falling star. It was...
a spacecraft. Carrying the most brilliant student I've ever known.
To Sundamir Lookout. Professor, can you hear me?
Yes.
The weather couldn't be more perfect today. Oh, and I just saw a super huge Solaskin. I'll snap a picture for you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Professor? You don't sound like your usual self. Are those investors giving you a hard time again?
No, it's not that. I haven't slept much lately. I'm a little tired. That's all.
Professor, do you trust us?
Hey,
remember that old Huanglong saying? Know the way at dawn and, something at dusk? Ugh, it went right out of my head.
Aww.
I can't remember it either.
That's okay. I'll look it up and tell you the second the experiment is over. Talk to you soon.
I can't imagine
Please.
that
move
feeling,
her.
the decision making.
From the way it fell, void matter must have pierced the shielding mid-flight. But if we'd reinforced the coating... What kind of civilization do you think built the Exostrider? If they were that advanced, do you think they'd already defeated the Threnodians? Overcome the Lament? But before they reached the stars, they must have fallen too. Again and again. Go. Be our eyes. Walk with humanity. Please, give this to our teacher. Humanity's smallest step. And everything we had to give.
Oh, is that not actually Lucilla, but actually the student that, you know, didn't make it? I thought that was Lucilla, but I guess it's not. Oh no.
This isn't good.
Oh my gosh, where did she go? No!
Lucilla!
Lucilla, what the heck? Oh no. The backup plan failed. Oh no.
Lucilla, wait!
Oh, what the heck? Oh my goodness.
Lucilla, your emotions are affecting this domain. It's dangerous.
Staying here is the real danger. Oh, we have to leave.
No, no. Oh no. Lucilla!
We're almost there. As long as we keep moving upward, we'll find the way out.
So this is why you wouldn't tell me what your plan was. This way out you've been building for the Synchronists. It's just a dead end, isn't it?
I don't want the new Federation to lay their dirty hands on my students. But the more I think about it rationally, the more I realize I can't reject their offer. Because on what grounds can I propose a plan that might kill them?
I think I know why that girl trapped you here.
What?
You're terrified that your proposal will be their end. You're afraid because you know they'll support any plan you bring to the table. Because you're their teacher. Because no one in this world understands them the way you do.
Another lesson from my own student. Huh. See you later, Rover.
the heck? Is this how we get out? I thought we were supposed to go together. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so the last time she made a decision for her students, I guess it was catastrophic. So she's afraid of taking that step again. Like, I honestly, I'm not gonna say anything.
I hope humanity can soar even higher.
I hope humanity can venture even farther.
Building blocks? I'm assuming that's what the metaphor is.
I hope humanity can weather any storm.
What was the quote? We stand on the shoulders of giants and those underneath us. Those that came before us. Sorry. I believe something along those lines.
Professor, what's your dream? My dream? My dream is simply to see all of yours come true. See you later, Professor. Let's go. Together this time.
Is this Vivacia?
Please, take shape. I protect. I witness. Every edge. Memories take shape.
Got him. Dang, I really like her ult. It's so good. I love the flashy ults like that.
Professor, can you hear me?
I hear you. Loud and clear.
The weather couldn't be more perfect today. Oh, and I just saw a super huge Solaskin.
Yes, I see it too. You're right. It's absolutely huge.
Great. I thought you weren't gonna believe me. Right. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I mean, as much as I want to say, like, the student who didn't make it, like, again, as much as I want to say, like, she knew the risk, it's such a hard... I don't blame Lucilla for any of this. I mean, who could have known, you know? especially the way it ended up like that. Like, I don't know. No. Is this the way out? Maybe it's just moving forward as best we can.
Was that girl another one of your students?
She is every memory I have of this academy. She is every one of my students.
We've come all this way, and I still don't know what your plan actually is.
That's okay. Everyone's about to find out.
Tired?
That was an excited yawn, Rover.
I don't believe that. Well, honestly, she sounds a lot better though. Oh my goodness.
Rover, where are you and Lucilla? The other panelists have all taken their seats. The students too. Can we really trust this plan of hers? Anyway, I'm leaving the speech to you.
Then we'll face it together. See you later, Professor.
Alrighty, guys. Let's see what she says. I'm honestly kind of speechless of how she's gonna handle this, but you know what? I trust in her. Just like the students trust in her, I trust in her.
President Lucilla, I am Cameron, Permanent Secretary of the Space Trek Collective Board.
Permanent, sorry.
By appointment of the board, and on behalf of the Investors Conference, I hereby convene this second special inquiry concerning the Synchronist program of Star Torch Academy. Pursuant to Article 12 of the Space Trek Collective Charter, President Lucilla, you may now raise any procedural objections regarding the attendees, the agenda, or the draft of this session.
I would like to know the national composition of this review panel, Ms. Cameron.
This panel consists of 10 members, all from the new Federation. 5 serve as special representatives, and of the remaining 4 permanent board members, 2 have abstained and delegated their voting rights to the Federation. Additionally, we have Mr. Alto, attending as independent auditor on behalf of the Blackshores.
Then, Ms. Cameron, I believe the current composition of this panel fails to comply with charter regulations governing review committees.
According to the regulations, any participant authorized by a board member shall be deemed to hold the same nationality as that member. The panel's composition is perfectly valid.
Pardon the interruption. If that's the case, then Rover, currently a student at Rebel College, can also be considered a panelist appointed by the Black Shores. Here's the paperwork.
Welcome, Rover.
I have no further questions, Ms. Cameron.
Then, per the agenda, I will now relay the investor's resolution following our previous inquiry. Given that the loss of the Exostrider constitutes a de facto failure of the program, our immediate priority is to establish a compensation plan for the affected assets and students. Furthermore, the board directs that the Synchronist program must be terminated immediately, or at minimum suspended.
My stance remains unchanged, Ms. Cameron. I intend to continue the program.
We require a justification.
Panelists, this is a theoretical prototype for a shield designed to counter retroact rain, created by one of our Synchronists. This prototype significantly accelerated the development of Jinzhou's own defenses. It saved countless lives during the war against the Threnodian Overthrax. And yet, the material used in this prototype was originally nothing more than discarded scrap from one of the engineering department's experiments. It was only because its designer was a synchronist, educated in engineering, void matter, and even meteorology, that this material found a second life.
You seem to be arguing for the superiority of general education for the Synchronists, President Lucilla. However, general education isn't even included in the program's white paper. I fail to see a link between that and advancing the Synchronist program. The shield is an impressive surprise, but given the cost of gambling on such a slim probability, the cost-effectiveness is simply too low.
Ms. Cameron, panelists, how exactly are we meant to measure the cost-effectiveness of failure? As you can see, this shattered component comes from a failed experiment. One that was not even recorded in the Collective's official gazette. A Synchronist gave her life as the price for validating her theory. 15 months later, this very component became the final piece for the construction of the Star Wars Riseway, the bridge between Lahai-Roi's Earth and the sky. Humanity does not always set out for the sake of victory, Ms. Cameron. Our Synchronists know from the day they enroll. No one knows when the Exostrider will awaken, and the odds that they'll be the one to pilot it are slim. Yet they come anyway. They march toward likely failure from the very start. So I ask you, can you truly say that such failure has no value? And how can we call that a failure of the Synchronists, when the Exostrider was the one who banished LF1 from our world?
Secretary Cameron, the Black Shores representative requests the floor.
Proceed.
On the subject of unforeseen benefits from the program, we find ourselves in agreement with President Lucilla. This is a set of disclosable data we just compiled. Significant proportion of current Black Shore members came from Star Torch Academy. These Bloom Bearers demonstrate exceptional capability, talent, and resolve, traits most prominent among the Synchronists. Furthermore, the Synchronists serve as role models for other students. I believe Rover is better suited to speak on that.
The Synchronist program is a search for a way out for our civilization. When we believed the Exostrider was the only route, then those fit to pilot it were the Synchronists. Now that the Exostrider is no longer a viable option, the ones fit to search for a new way out are still our Synchronists.
Yes, which is why I must disagree with evaluating the Synchronist program purely in terms of cost-effectiveness. I urge investors to reconsider the criteria used to measure its value.
We require a discussion. This session is adjourned for 5 minutes.
Let them see your potential. Let them see your value.
Oh no, Lucilla.
That is not enough.
President Lucilla, following the review panel's deliberation, we fully recognize the potential value of the Synchronists as an independent academic division, as well as their role model effect. However, as Rover stated, only those fit to shoulder the burden of finding a new way out deserve the title Synchronist. Therefore, we propose a compromise. Rebel College will be preserved, but all future training must be subject to the guidance and review of this panel. Let's both take a step back, shall we? President Lucilla.
This is it. The final fight, Lucilla. Take a deep breath. Keep your composure. And remember. Everything you regret. Everything that brings you joy. Everything you have lost. Everything you have witnessed. The answer you chase. The treasure you give everything to protect. No, that won't be necessary, Secretary Cameron. The Synchronists of today, they remain the closest thing this world has to a way out for our civilization. After our confrontation with Aleph 1, we recovered this audio recording from the interstellar probe Farwatcher.
Oh dang, let's go.
It's nothing more than static.
Even so, it is the only legacy the pioneers of Solaris have left us. We are not alone, Secretary Cameron. Just as our ancestors took shelter in caves, just as Star Torch Academy was built in Lahai-Roi, just as humanity itself endures on Solaris, a brave soul took the first step to claim that future.
I fail to see what this has to do with the Synchronists.
Using Rebel College research, we can build vehicles driven entirely by augmented resonance. That means complete immunity to frequency interference. And the training our Synchronists undergo makes them the perfect pilots for these vessels.
But the Strider Gate has been sealed. Not to mention, whatever lies beyond can hardly be called a route.
Who said civilization's route to the future has to go down?
The stars.
President Lucilla, I'm sure you know, any instrument that nears the etheric sea.
I am well aware of that. However, by relying on augmented resonance effects, the Academy can overcome that barrier.
And if it fails, the cockpit becomes a coffin. Is that a chance you're willing to take?
This is our decision. If the answer lies beyond death, then that's where we go. Just wait and see. My brightest students will pierce the sky for all to see.
The car will be here soon. I could take it from here.
Thanks for everything, Alto. Really.
Wow, what a debate.
You! It was a long day. The kind you don't forget, though. Rover, can you pass a message to the president for me? After a speech like that, the outcome doesn't matter half as much. Anyway, chillax.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Okay, Alto.
Well, catch you at the Black Shores, my friend.
Yeah. Till next time.
Yeah, again, I think it is the correct way. I think we've had real life, accidents that happen like this, especially with rockets and stuff. And again, it's like more of like, we knew the risks, but we also know that like through failure, even if it means death, like we still learn from it, and we figure out what happened, why, and we try to, and we fix it, and that's how we still get to the moon. I look at that, like we've had so many incidents where rockets have failed, but at the same time, from those failures, it's not like we don't learn from them. And I know that I just didn't want to sound selfish and say like, yeah, death doesn't matter. It obviously does, but at the same time, I guess if like people do those things because they know the risks, and yes, they know that they might not come back from it, but again, they're confident that even if they fail, someone else will take what they've learned from their failure and improve upon it. I guess I never really I see it, but again, I just don't want to be that person to say it. I'll say it out loud, But I get it. That's what it means to be passionate about something. It's what it means to be, on board of doing something. Is that, yeah, the risk going into it, but at the same time, the reward that from succeeding or even not succeeding far outweighs, that other thing. And again, I think the reason why it's such a hard topic is because it puts your perspective on life on like it makes it feel like you don't value life, but I think it's I'm gonna say it's the opposite. I think by putting your life on the line to pursue something that you really, really believe in, and again, even if you fail, the fact that people still learn from that, I think that is the overall message. But you know, I definitely can see it 100%. You know, again, that quote, I don't know the exact quote, I should probably look it up, but I'm not going to. But like, again, we stand on the shoulders of giants and those that came before us. And again, that just means that like through hundreds and thousands of failures, you know, we are where we are right now. But again, I guess I just didn't want to say it out loud because it does sound very selfish to say that, but at the same time, the people who put themselves in harm's way, they know the risk, you know. And again, regardless of the outcome, their passion still goes through, their project still moves forward with or without them, you know. So man, I think that's why I've kind of really been quiet about this entire storyline. It's just because, again, I've been,
but stay away from
it's hard to weigh a life in terms of stuff, but at the same time, I think if everyone is, when people are so passionate about themselves, you know, or about what they're doing, it's up to them at the end of the day. And again, it takes courage and again, persistence to do what you love, to pursue what you love. So I think that's why I just didn't really have that much to say, and because again, I just don't know where to weigh that line. But you know, after listening to that debate, at the end of the day, it's up to the individual themselves. They all know the risk, and so you know, they're doing what they can, obviously to mitigate as much risk as they can. But at the same time, there are always unforeseen circumstances that happen. But again, it's just another learning experience. And I know it just sounds wrong to say that because again, it's a human life and all human life is precious and should be valued. But again, when it comes to the individual and they know that the risk and stuff, you know, you can't really say no to that either, you know. It's up, again, in the end, it's all up to them. I think that's what it really just boils down to, you know.
The president doesn't look too happy today.
Oh, hello, Hayuki. I was wondering when she was going to show up for the story.
Oh, don't worry. Just leave it, dear.
Her best friend, BFF. What's up?
She is not here. She is likely still at the review hall.
Thank you. I'll look for her there.
I'm sorry.
For what?
What for?
Yeah, what's she sorry for?
If I had been more helpful, perhaps the outcome would have been more satisfying.
This was her battle.
Yeah.
You and I have already done our best for her.
Go check on her.
They included her Yuki at the last minute. That's funny. Again, I knew she was gonna be somewhere. I just didn't know where. I like how they added her right at the end. I'm glad to see her. I was waiting for her to show up a lot sooner, actually. But I'm glad to see that she showed up. Alrighty. She's sleeping. Hard-won battle, that's for sure. Don't blame her. Risk of fraught with investing tactical talent can incur incalculable losses for the collective or even humanity itself. Yet we must also admit the Synchronist program has shown us another possibility, a way out, the very thing we have been chasing. Therefore, the executive committee of the Spacecraft Collective has determined that we will, once again, challenge the sky. Alrighty, the after story of her story. The aftermath of Lahai-Roi and the fate of the Synchronists after the extra shredder is gone.
Too happy today.
But
maybe we should come back another time, Professor.
Hopefully she's doing okay. Oh, what the heck? We're talking to Camero? Oh my goodness, is the plot twist that Camero is one of her students? No way, right? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, right? No. It is.
The illustrious rover. Jinzhou, Raguna, Septimont, and now Lahai-Roi. Why, of all times, do you choose to remain behind the curtain?
I don't owe you. The first one is so intimidating. No, I trust Lucilla.
She understands what her students need better than I ever could.
She's let that childish idealism cloud her judgment.
But that's
Since
not for her.
Solaris
That's
was
not for
first
you to
trapped beneath the
decide.
etheric sea, we've seen hundreds of attempts, hundreds of failures. But the reality is we can't even bring their bodies home. She chooses to indulge her students' whims? Fine. Then she's bound to them. One more casualty, and the investors will lose their patience with the program and hold her accountable.
Yeesh. Is it surprising? No. It's not surprising.
Ultimately, sacrificing our finest young minds to suicidal experiments. That's not just a failure. It's a disgrace to our species itself.
I disagree, based on what I said. Nope, disagree.
No. Forget I said that. Just an old woman's rambling. Don't read too much into it. Give Lucilla a message. Kristen autographed a premier memento for her. If she wants it, she'll need to return to the new Fed and claim it herself.
And you're Lucilla's...
That lady behind her.
Failed teacher. Nothing more.
You the one that stood behind?
Just look at this paragraph. It reads
Can I
like
look?
you were hallucinating on Lahai-Roi mushrooms.
Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. It's this one. Oh, you can't see my mouse. But one in the top right corner is that. That's her, isn't it? It is. Fascinating. Yeah, again, I disagree with her. I think it may sound suicidal, but again, every failure is a step forward in a direction, you know? It's not a helpless situation, quote unquote. As much as it's just too easy. I think that's the right way to put it. I think anything is possible. It's just more of like, yeah, there might be hundreds, thousands, even millions of failures, but again, as long as it moves it forward in one way or another, I think it's worth exploring, you know? So, yeah, alrighty. It looks like there's no more after story, but
the president doesn't look too happy today.
Let's just move somewhere else because I have a lot of people talking around me. Let's just go over here. We're standing on this area. But yeah, wow. Again, I did not see the story going in this direction, but it makes sense, you know. I think it's a very fitting way to kind of end the story. It is basically the after story of the after story, you know. Because yeah, it's like, you know, after the knight saves the princess from the castle or the flaming dragon, you know, they live happily ever after. This is the happily ever after part, essentially, you know. They don't go into details of what impacts happened or what, you know, like a good example would be, you know, maybe that dragon was actually like holding another nation back or scaring them, and now that that dragon's gone, you know, they can move forward with their conquest. I don't know, it's just ideas, but I think this is a very fitting way to end Lahai-Roi, especially with a debate of all things. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrible at debates, but you know, it's very on brand, and I think at the end of the day, trying to figure out reasons to keep the program from living or continuing even after their main source is gone is just, it's such an interesting topic to talk about, because again, it's the end of the day, yeah, the main reason there was the extra strider, but now that the extra strider is gone, they just have to pivot towards something else, you know? It doesn't have to be the extra strider. They can put their resources into other things. You know, it's not like, oh, the extra strider's gone, there's nothing to do, and it's a waste of money, because that's what the board wants. But, you know, the Synchronists, they have other things they can explore. Like, again, with that piloting that machine, taking control of it, that's a very fascinating way to go forward, you know? Again, and Lucillia's old student, who sadly did not, you know, make it, but at the same time, her sacrifice, quote-unquote, or her discovery, I like that better, is what propelled them to go forward. That's how they built the railway to go into space in the first place. You know, that's progress, you know? And again, the hardest thing about progress is that how do you weigh a human life in that aspect? And I guess the only way you could really do it is that's for the person who's doing it or in that position to decide. You know, I think as an outsider, as someone who is not that person, I just believe we don't have that right to choose for them. Like, if they are passionate and they believe in themselves and they believe they can do it, then why should we why do we have the power to stop them? We shouldn't, you know? We should let them do it regardless of the outcome. At the end of the day, it was their decision, you know? I think that's kind of what this is saying, and I think that's a good metaphor for life. I mean, I don't know, I'm just kind of... It's just a really interesting topic, and again, it's just so cool to kind of see this dynamic being played out. And again, I didn't expect this kind of story after story for Lahai-Roi, but at the end of the day, it makes sense, you know? Because it goes back to being students. It goes back to being, you know, finding a purpose, having a passion for something. You know, that's what college is all about. So, you know what? Actually, this is a pretty fitting story. And again, just the way that, you know, professors kind of helps their students when it comes to passion and helping them drive their innovations forward. It's just a very college way of living and dealing with it. I don't know, but yeah. Alrighty, guys. A very fascinating storyline. I don't really have much else to say. I think I've said all I need to say, but yeah, so alrighty. I guess that was Lucilia's Segue Part 2, I guess, essentially. The ending of Lahai-Roi and, you know, the steps that come next after. But again, such a fascinating topic to talk about, and again, it's something that you can definitely see in the real scientists to this very day. So I won't beat the dead pony, I think, as I like to call it, any more than I have to, and I think I've said all I need to say. But yeah, alrighty, this is probably the conclusion for Lahai-Roi. It didn't end with a bang, but at the same time, that's okay. I don't think it needed to. Again, it just ended the story in a way that's very fitting for a college. So thankfully, I didn't need to cry again. I think that's what it was. But alrighty. Enough with the tangent. Again, if you guys like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below when it comes to pursuing whatever you want. Like, where does human life go in that fit into that equation, I think it'd be a very interesting topic. But other than that, thanks for watching, and again, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you.